Yay. Thanks for joining me. I'm really stoked that you're here. I love teaching this material. It's been a passion of mine for 10 years. And some of you have my gratitude diary as well. And I love doing that. And so, of course, after doing the gratitude diary for over 10 years, I've learned some things about gratitude, and I'm going to share that with you today. So welcome to the Key Masterclass, and we'll be breaking down this lesson into this teaching into 3 lessons: the Master Key Revealed, and then the following day, your internal soul compass, and lesson 3 on day 3, unlocking your treasure chest. So we'll just dive straight in with the Master Key Revealed, lesson 1. So let's just get to the point. Giving thanks, it is the Master Key. And what I mean by that is it is the link between your desires and having them actualized into the world, manifesting heaven on earth, if you like, or being the manifester of your own life or the creator of your own life. It's very hard to do this in alignment with a higher power unless you're using the essence of gratitude. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to teach you how to use the key. We have got it, but there are many uses, and often we can only be using our key from a certain level, but there's actually many levels that we can go to using the practice of gratitude. And we importantly is when to use it. So think of examples in your life where you feel anxiety, you feel stressed and kind of driven by that having to achieve in the world. That is a time to use your gratitude key. If you're experiencing lack of financial flow and abundance, things are getting locked up, that's another good time to use your gratitude key. If you're looking for a relationship and you don't have loving relationships in your life, whether it be with a significant other or even friends, loving connections with friends, that's another good time to practice gratitude. Feeling disconnected on any level is a perfect time to use your gratitude. And also people who are suffering from trauma or loss, gratitude can also help heal trauma from the past and bring you more forward into the present. So let's just have a look at this diagram. We've got a bridge, and we've got the left half of the bridge and the right half of the bridge. And what's in the middle is that keystone. And I like to think of gratitude as a key, as that key, because the engineering is profound. There's nothing holding up that circle, that structure, except for that one stone. And what would happen is if you took that stone out of that round structure, the whole structure would come collapsing down. So that is how important this stone is, and it's also true for gratitude. If you take out the practice of giving thanks for this reality and this world and your day and everything that's in it, you miss the reason we're here. You miss the color, you miss the abundance, you miss the fabric of what this divine universe is actually made up of. So really, the practice of gratitude is a bridge. With gratitude, we can leave the man-made dimension. We can connect and align with the divine up above, so below. And once that connection is made, we can actually feel more at home here. So it's not necessarily about ascending and becoming spiritual. It's actually about landing more as human beings here on this planet with a connection from something greater than ourselves. Back in the 90s, you probably remember Master Emoto. He took a water crystal and he put it under a microscope and took really high definition up close photographs. When he took a photo of the crystal of just nothing, just plain water, there was some organisational structure there, but not a lot. But then when he imbued the water with his intent, which was, thank you, the water took on a crystalline shape, a geometric shape, and completely changed form. Given that we are 70% water, imagine what our cellular structure is like if we continue to give thanks, not only to ourselves, but also onto the universe as a reflection. So literally, we can change the molecular structure of of who we are as beings. And he's proven that back in the 90s. He did good work. So now I'm looking at some mistakes that people have made about gratitude. The common way of practicing is that that you'll notice what is good and give thanks to that only. The sun's shining today. It's a beautiful day. Thank you for being a beautiful day, and that's good. There's nothing wrong with that practice. However, when things are not so good, the practice is done a lot less. So don't just give thanks for what is apparently good, because really you're only doing half of the story. You've only got one foot in the water. So what we want to do is we want to give thanks to our triggers, and a trigger is what I call a runner from God. So it's an opportunity for growth and healing. When you say yes to a trigger or something that's not feeling so good, let's just say you have a car accident. When you can say yes to something, you're accepting it. Rolling with the flow of energy in your life, and you're rolling with the law of attraction events that happen in your life. So to say yes to something immediately puts you in a receptive position, which means that there's no resistance occurring. So to try to say yes to things that occur, and often there will be a teaching that comes with that law of attraction event. The opposite of that is that what you resist persists. So if you continue to say no to something and continue to become emotionally kind of disheveled by something that's going on in your life, you actually then attract that same that same law of attraction again, and it's like they continue to come to you until you can go, okay, I'm going to say yes to this event because it keeps happening. It's my law of attraction. Some other ways people misuse gratitude is by making it a mental process. I live in quite an alternative community, Byron Bay, and there's a lot of people here who are kind of in the spirit polarity of life, practicing love and light, and there's yoginis and organic food eaters, and people who just really want to live in the light and want to sing bhajans and have a beautiful divine existence. And that's possible in Byron Bay. It's quite a bubble, and it feels good. It's lovely. It's lovely to be in that perspective. So there's no judgment on that. But the problem arises is when there's discord and when there's disharmony or conflict. So what will happen is we can use positive affirmations to train our mind to think in a positive way, but that is also using your mind to avoid. It's kind of like the feeling of gratitude has become conceptualized into a thought process. And it shows up as spiritual bypass. So what we want to do is we want to embody the feeling of gratitude as opposed to kind of creating it here. And Louise Hay was very popular for positive affirmations, and there's nothing wrong with that. But we actually really want to feel what it feels like to be grateful, as opposed to just kind of using it as a mind process. Writing it down is optional, and that probably sounds like a big statement coming from someone who creates a gratitude diary. However, it is about the practice. Writing it down is helpful to orientate you into the process. But again, it's about finding the goodness in every situation and feeling the goodness. having that authentic connection to reality and life is actually very humbling. So when we can feel that humility, we know that the feeling of humility is actually something that is occurring inside the body. And that's what we're looking for here. We're looking for embodiment of the essence of gratitude. That's the key. So here we've got a man in a suit, and he's working in a big company, and he is in a structure, a man-made structure, and probably in his structure, the boss of his structure, or if you like, the peak of his triangle, that's his boss. And the directors that are at the top, and he's probably sitting halfway down or midway down, and he's working really hard, earning a very good wage, and he's existing inside that man-made structure. He's probably under fluorescent lights in a building off the ground, and brings home the paycheck, and life is reasonably good. Family sort of sit somewhere in that structure, but usually lower, usually less of a priority than the firm. Unfortunately, that's how that's been showing up until now, at least. And here we've got another structure. So it's an inverted triangle, where the base of that triangle is the earth, Mother Earth, and nature and everything that surrounds us. And the top of that structure, looking up, is something greater than us, so something greater than we know. So here we are, we have God as our directors. So as before we had the boss as our directors, now we have God as the director. Totally different structure. This is what I like to call the divine energy structure. When you put those two structures together, we create a six-pointed star, which has sometimes been called the Star of David. And when you look into the teachings of the Star of David, this symbol actually was around pre-Jesus Christ. So this symbol has been around, for longer than what any human has known, and nobody really knows the original origin of this, because there's some schools of thought it's a Jewish symbol, but some people say it's a pagan symbol. The truth is, it's been around forever. And within this star, what we're looking at here is six qualities of the masculine structure, which is power, justice, and majesty. And then the three qualities. And then the three qualities of the feminine structure, which is mercy, wisdom, and love. And when you put those two together, you create a wholeness with the balance of a masculine structure and a feminine structure. And it makes a pretty star. So when we start practicing gratitude, what actually happens is we go through a system upgrade. And what that kind of means is we're moving from that first structure, which is a system that's based on man and mind and man-made structure, into a new structure which is based on God as the director of the firm, and that being grounded in earth. So our planet here, something guiding from above. And go back to the image of the bridge where the keystone was in the middle. That keystone in the middle actually bridges this world and the next world. It's the link between how we function now and how we will function and are very quickly beginning to function now and also in the future. And gratitude is the bridge between those two dimensions. We'll go back to the conversation about gratitude is a feeling. It actually unifies the right and the left half of your brain. So there's physiology involved in this process. When you practice gratitude, you will begin to feel space, just more and more space around you. It's like divine space that you can feel. It's bigger than your own knowing and your own self. What also happens is it activates your 8th chakra. Many people are familiar with a 7 chakra system. We have many more than 7. Gratitude is known as the 8th chakra, And because of that awakening of the 8th chakra, we are given more. So it's like a receptivity that is awakened. And that chakra is located here, just kind of at the base of if you put your finger on the back of your head, and right at the base of your skull, you'll feel a small little lump, and it's just below there you'll feel an indentation, and that is your 8th chakra activation, and some people call it the well of dreams. And when that chakra starts to spin, you are like you then become a receptive vessel for more. You're given more guidance, you're given more inspiration, you're given more energy, you're just given more beyond perhaps what you thought who you thought you even were. And how I know this is because that's what happened to me. I started practicing gratitude, and I was kind of living a mainstream life, if you like. I was a registered nurse working at the hospital, and I started this practice, and all of a sudden I started writing. I became a writer. I was given knowledge, I was given information, and I was also given songs. So this is my gratitude diary for 2020, and this is an album I've just released now. Where did that information come from? I didn't steal it. I didn't make it up. It was actually given. So yeah, I can directly attribute that to the practice of gratitude. So we're going to get started now, and you've got worksheets coming into your inbox. And the first worksheet is basically right here, right now, find something in your immediate environment that you can give thanks for. It doesn't matter what it is. I'll do it right now. I'm going to pick up my glass. And what is it about these glasses that I love? Okay, they're Tiffany. And so when I really connect and tune into these glasses, I bought these because the movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, it's a romantic movie, and it's my favourite movie. And I can relate and resonate to Audrey Hepburn in her kind of frazzled life, and how she just continues to push love away. And at the time, that's exactly what I was doing. So I bought these glasses because it reminded me of that movie and the shop and the love story. And so every time I put them on, unconsciously, I'm going to a part of my soul that had a need at the time, and these glasses somehow in their weird way met that in me. So that's pretty much the message of this worksheet. Find something in your environment and give thanks to it, because that giving of thanks will take you to a moment before, and then a moment before that, and then a moment before that. And that giving of thanks, boom, straight away took me to something in my soul. And that's how simple it is. So that's your first worksheet, called Right Here, Right Now. And, why did you choose that object? I've just demonstrated it for you. How did it make you feel? What did it make you think of or remind you of? What emotions came up? And then giving thanks to that object. So just pick up the first thing you can see and see how it works. Some people pick up pens. Don't put too much thought into it. It's interesting. If you did that with everything in your environment, it would be a really interesting afternoon. And then we go outside, and I want you to let your attention be drawn to something that's living, and go right into, like if it's a tree, for example, acknowledge the tree, but then go right into a small part of the tree and look at the microcosm. Really get close to the micro, and then ask yourself the questions again. Why did you choose that object, and how did it make you feel? What does it remind you of being out in nature, and what emotions came up for you after you chose to spend time with that part of nature. And then what I want you to do is I want you to go wide. So when you go right into the detail of the piece of nature, it could be a blade of grass, then step back and then give thanks for the whole lawn or the whole tree. So what you're doing is you're coming right in close with that aspect of nature and observing that very, very carefully, because nature continues to inform. But then stand back and appreciate the expansiveness of nature, and keep doing that, because what it's actually doing is it's going to set you up for another part of your journey at a later date, and I'll tell you about that later. And then finally, with gratitude, right, with stress, this is probably the most powerful way to use gratitude, is to think about something in your life right now that's causing you a lot of stress, and I mean like really causing you stress. So what I want you to do is just think about that thing right now and feel it in your body, and then, as in the previous two teachings, put it on and focus in really deeply on that stressor, and notice what you start to feel. Notice kind of the energy that's in your body, and let that energy rise. It could be it could be sadness, or it could be a little bit of anger or frustration. It could be grief. It could be loss. Let yourself just have it. Like, have the feeling. Don't shrink away from this feeling, because this is your transformation point. This is your lock. So now magnify the feeling. Take it up 20%. Take it up 50%. Now take it up 100%. Feel it as deeply as you can with a compassionate heart. Call upon Kuan Yin if you like, and ask her to assist you at this time, because what we're doing now is we want compassion for this energy, and bring your own sense of compassion in and wrap that up with your own compassion. No avoidance, no justifications, just you being with this feeling right now for a few minutes. And then when you've had about as much as you can take out your gratitude key and hold it gently in your hand, and with a gentle prayer, give thanks. Give thanks to this energy and the moment that you find yourself in right now, and give thank you to the situation and the stories that are attached to that, and give thanks to the trauma or whatever it was, the people in that story. And now go wide. So step back, go large screen, see yourself above yourself, holding the key, holding your attention on the pain, and also the larger perspective on this issue. Exactly as it is, exactly as you are. Now, once you can do this, you'll be shown what this situation is actually about. What is this here to teach you? This is the turning of your key. That's how you use gratitude. And we can only really have these deep soul lessons revealed to us once we give thanks to them. Okay. So a few little tips. You've got 3 practices there for your journey. Do the practices. Do them every day. As I said, writing it down is optional. Do it when you don't feel like doing it. And most importantly, do it for situations that hurt the most, because that's where you're going to get the most juice out of it, and that's where you'll get the most transformation and the most soul growth. When you unlock the divine in you, your life will change. Expect the unexpected. Expect gifts. Expect random events of happiness and alignments. Expect that. Because what's happening is your egoic self is changing, it's evolving. Your body will change. I think I lost 5 centimeters off my hips, which was huge. And also you'll start to experience physical sensations. When that chakra opens, you'll be getting rushes of energy from the back of your head and down your arms. You'll often feel it either coming down as an energy or coming up as an energy. It'll be a sensation. It won't just be a mind-based. It'll be a physical sensation. Do gratitude until it does you. You're on. So please share your journey. We want to hear from you. We want to hear about your up close with nature and your right here, right now practices, and also the deeper being at one with stress. And please share. Come to facebook.com /groups/key masterclass, and look, I'll be on there regularly. So please come and share your processes. And thank you. You have just completed lesson 1. Grab your PDFs, and big love.